Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I am going to show you how to completely do a full service interval on any Mercedes-Benz E220 diesel which is made from the year 2016 to 2022 and which has the engine 2.0 diesel with 191 horsepower. So this vehicle, which I have right here into my garage, it is a Mercedes-Benz E-Class W213, which is made into the year 2017. And on this vehicle, I have to replace completely all the filters and also the oil from the engine. But it's not important if you have a different model made by Mercedes, because this engine type, which this vehicle is using, it's installed on many other different models made by Mercedes-Benz, like Mercedes-Benz E-Class, C-Class, GLC, and many more. So if you have a similar engine installed in your car, this video is working perfectly fine for you and for your vehicle. Right here on the ground, into this box, I have all the filters and also the oil which I'm going to use today for this kind of engine type. All the filters are made by the manufacturer MAN, and also the oil is the original one made by Mercedes-Benz. For this kind of engine type, you will need around 6.2 liters of brand new oil, but I recommend all to only put first 6 liters, then you'll have to start the car, you'll have to wait for the engine to warm up a little bit, then you'll have to check the oil level on the dashboard, and then by following the oil level, you will see if you have to add more oil or not. Alright everybody, so with all of these things being said, let's get right into the job. The first thing which you'll have to do is to go underneath the vehicle. You'll have to remove completely all the undershields which are installed underneath the engine and underneath the gearbox, and after that you'll have to place them away. Then you'll have to remove the sump drain bolt and completely drain all the oil from the engine. Okay guys, so after you completely remove all the undershields from under the engine, you have to go right here on the side of the oil pan, and you have to check for this drain plug bolt which is installed over the oil pan. It is made by plastic and you have to use a flat screwdriver to remove it completely and then drain all the oil from the engine. From this moment, while I'm waiting for the oil to completely drain out from the engine, I will go ahead, I will start replacing all the filters. And first I'm going to start with replacing the air filter and then with the oil filter. After that I'm going to follow to replace the pollen filters. You'll have 2 pollen filters to replace on this kind of engine, and in the last you have to replace the fuel filter, which is also installed underneath the vehicle next to the fuel reservoir. Okay everybody, so as also I just finished replacing the air filter on this kind of engine. It's very easy to remove it and to install it back over the engine, and to have access to it you have to remove a few metal clips which are holding the top cover mounted over the air filter. You'll have to undo the metal clips, and then from the back you'll have to remove this plastic hose. It is secured with also 2 plastic clips. Then you'll have to lift up the entire cover on which the ECU of the engine is mounted on, then remove the oil filter, install the brand new one into its place, and then install all the clips back over the cover. And after that, the next thing which you'll have to do is to remove completely the oil filter and replace it. And to have access to it, you'll have to remove first this plastic hose. You'll have to undo it from the air filter box. Then just lift it up and it will come out from its place. It's also secured with 2 rubber hoses from underneath. Just lift it up from the rubber hoses and then move it to the side. And after that you can just get a long extension, and I believe it is a 24mm socket. And after that just remove it completely, replace the filter from inside, and also make sure that you replace the gasket which is installed over the oil filter cap. Before installing the oil filter into the cap, you'll have to make sure that you first install the filter into the oil filter housing, because it only has one position. You'll have to put it into the correct position, you'll have to push it in, and then you'll have to put the oil filter cap over it and tighten it to 25 Nm. Okay everybody, so from this moment the air filter and also the oil filter is completely replaced. I will go ahead, I will remove first the pollen filter from the exterior, because this vehicle is using two pollen filters. One is right here over the battery, and another one is right here on the passenger side underneath the dashboard. Okay everybody, so right here the first pollen filter is completely replaced with a brand new one. So the first one, it is installed into the engine compartment. Then the second pollen filter, it is installed right here on the passenger side underneath the dashboard, and to reach it you have to remove first this screw. After that you have to pull out this plastic panel, just pull it down. Then you have to disconnect two connectors. The first connector is for the inside temperature sensor, and then the second connector is for the light right underneath the dashboard. After that, you have to pull out this plastic panel completely, just pull it out from underneath, and then right here, as you can see, this is the little bracket which you have to push to the right. You have to undo the clip and then pull it down, and it will reveal the second pollen filter. Just remove the old one and install the brand new one into this place. From this moment, most of the filters are completely replaced with brand new ones, and right now the next thing which I'm about to do is to install back the sump drain bolt. I'm going to tighten it by hand and make sure that you don't tighten it too much, because this sump bolt it's made by plastic, and if you tighten it just a little bit it will automatically lock in place, and that's it. Right now, the next thing which I'm about to do is to put back 6 liters of brand new oil into the engine. Like I told you earlier, just put back 6 liters, and then after you finish completely replacing all the filters, you have to start the car, you have to let it warm a little bit, and then you have to check the oil level on the dashboard. And if you have to add more oil, you can go ahead and add more oil, or if you don't have to add it, just let it as it is. From this moment, the next thing which I'm about to do is to completely replace the fuel filter, and the location of the fuel filter is right here underneath the vehicle, but right into the back next to the fuel tank reservoir. And to reach it, you have to remove first this heat shield. It is secured with 2 bolts, and then right underneath you'll have the fuel filter, and you have to remove it using a universal tool or using a special tool which is made for the fuel filter size. As you all can see, the fuel filter is completely out and removed from the vehicle. From this moment, the next thing which I'm going to do is to replace completely the fuel filter itself with the gaskets from around it. And after that, I'm going to show you all how to correctly install it back into the fuel filter housing. So in my case, I'm not exactly sure why, but the old fuel filter, it's a little bit different than the brand new fuel filter, because the brand new one, it's having those two plastic clips right at the top, which are holding it mounted in place inside the fuel filter housing, and the old one didn't have those two plastic clips to secure it in place. Probably because it's a different manufacturer, the old one didn't have them installed, but it's not important right now. And to install the brand new one into its place, you have to check on the back of it. You'll have a lock and an unlock image. You'll have to put it first with the unlock side up, straight with the middle side of the fuel filter housing. Just push the brand new fuel filter straight up with the unlocked side facing the middle part of the fuel filter housing. Then you'll have to turn it to the left and it will automatically hold it in place. After that, just take the fuel filter cap and tighten it to 30 Newton meters. Alright everybody, so from this moment the entire engine oil with all the filters have been completely replaced with brand new ones, and right now the next thing which you have to do is to go inside the vehicle. You have to put the ignition at least 10 times to prime up the brand new fuel filter, because on this kind of engine there is no need for you to use the diagnostic tool to turn on the fuel pump to push the fuel back into the brand new filter. The only thing which you have to do is to go into the vehicle, you have to turn on the ignition and take it off a few times, and in this way the fuel will automatically be pushed into the brand new fuel filter and back into the engine. After that, the next thing which you have to do is to reset the service interval into the dashboard, and then you can just start the car for the first time after you completely replaced all the filters and the entire engine oil on this kind of engine. Okay everybody, so from this moment, after you completely primed up the fuel system, you have to put the ignition, but only to show you the handbrake light and the airbag light on the dashboard. Only those two should be on the dashboard. And then you have to hold the home button for 3 seconds, and after that you have to press the OK button, and it will automatically show you this menu. And after this menu will appear on the dashboard, you have to go down on the Assist Plus. Then you have to click OK, and then you have to turn on the ignition, because if you don't turn on the ignition, it will not let you go into the full service. So you have to click full service, then you have to go down right here and confirm service. You have to click OK, and then it will show you some different engine oil types which you can use for the vehicle. Just select the correct one which you used for this kind of engine, and then click OK and reset service completely. So for example, in my case, I used the original Mercedes-Benz oil, and the type it is 229.52. So this is exactly what I'm going to press on the dashboard, and then I'm going to reset the service interval on this kind of engine. After you start the engine for the first time, you'll have to go out from the vehicle, you'll have to check for any leaks on the parts which you just replaced on the engine, and then if everything is okay, just assemble all the parts that go on the engine. You'll have to install all the undershields from underneath, and then you're good to go. Right here, I just plugged in my diagnostic tool to correctly reset the service interval and the service light on the dashboard, because after I reset it using the buttons from the steering wheel, I'm not sure why, but it showed me that the service light was not resetted for more than 50,000 kilometers. So I believe that there was an error or a glitch or something like that. So I used my diagnostic tool to correctly reset the service interval and the kilometers and all the errors on the dashboard. So in my case, everything is good to go from this moment. So if you also encounter a problem where the service light will not reset on the dashboard using the buttons, just take a diagnostic tool and reset it with the tool, and in this way everything will work how it's supposed to be working. And after I correctly reset it using my diagnostic tool, it's telling me right here on the dashboard that the service interval must be done again after 365 days or after 25,000 kilometers. So in my case, everything is done and reset it how it's supposed to be done from the factory. And right now I'm going to start the vehicle again. I'm going to let it warm for a while, and then I'm going to check the oil level, and if I have to, I'm going to add more oil into the engine. With all of these things being said, those are all the things and all the steps which you have to do and follow if you want to completely do a full service interval on any Mercedes-Benz E-Class E220 diesel or on any Mercedes-Benz which is using this kind of engine. Thank you all very much for watching. If you like the video and found it informative, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a comment and a like down below. See you next time.